So Tucker Carlson is ramping it up a notch, as I saw on Twitter today, as they say. He is ramping up his Twitter game a big notch. Why? He's hooked up with an advertiser who's anti-ESG stuff.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
So Tucker Carlson agreed to a 7-figure advertising deal with Public Square. That's a shopping app that promotes itself as being the starting point for conservatives to battle environmental, social, and governance policies. So that's ESG, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to people familiar with the matter. So 7-figure, that would be at least $1 million, right? 6 figures, 100,000, and 7 is $1 million, right? So here's a quote from the CEO of that app. He says, so there's really this cool parallel economy ecosystem that's been created, and it all starts with consumer spending. We hate ESG. We hate DEI. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. We talk about these policies all the time in the news. But the only way, now we found out where all that stuff's coming from. You thought there was a grassroots movement. It's not. ESG and DEI is all coming from the top. It's coming from companies like BlackRock, which is the biggest. They have like $15 trillion worth of equity, and they own more stuff than countries. And then they push it down on everybody because that's a way to make BlackRock, who are the rapers of the planet, look like a virtuous company if they have a high ESG score or a high DEI score.
Do you ever hear Larry Fink?
Larry Fink, we played that on the show.
Well, you're talking about how it's better for business, totalitarian countries.
Yes.
They do. He says
because they're reliable.
Yeah.
Dictators are reliable. Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, said that, the guy who pushes ESG and DEI.
I think he came up with it, if I'm not wrong. I think it's his baby.
Maybe it is. Okay. So, but the only way that we are going to topple those corrupt philosophies that are destroying our economy is by shifting consumer spending. And so we're offering the easiest directory out there to go and do that as your starting point. So I guess they're totally against this ESG. Here, the Public Square ads are expected to start appearing on Tucker Carlson's show in late August. Public Square is set to go public on the New York Stock Exchange in the coming days through a merger with Columbia Acquisition Corp., a special purpose acquisition company, according to the Daily Mail. Maybe we should buy some stock. I'm not a big stock. I never bought stock that I know of.
I'm going to stick with Lockheed, Raytheon.
You got to go with the good ones,
the classics.
Right? R.J. Reynolds Tobacco.
All this UFO talk, maybe there's something big coming out of Lockheed Martin.
But look, they have to. So CNBC had to throw this in there. Tucker Carlson's departure from Fox News came after the network's parent company settled Dominion Voting Systems defamation lawsuit for $787 million. The host figured prominently in the public battle over the suit. I didn't think he did. I think that's all made up.
They figured him prominently. He's the guy that said, I don't see any evidence for this.
Tucker Carlson was the guy not saying all that crazy shit about Dominion. But they still want, that's to Eve. So CNBC got the message. Fox News wants you to think it's because of Dominion. They want you to think it's, why would Fox News and CNBC tell the same propaganda about Tucker Carlson and Dominion? Because that's not true. Tucker Carlson actually pushed back against the people at Fox News who were saying that Dominion was hacked. He pushed back against it.
He's the only one that asked questions.
But they still reported as if Tucker was the guy spreading the lie, and he wasn't. He was the guy debunking it. So isn't it interesting to see that NBC News and Fox News tell the same lie about Tucker? Very interesting. Because that's the establishment. What?
All the people that lied are still there. Maria Di
Now, all the people who actually lied about Dominion are still at Fox News. Great point.
It's because his emails, he's saying, why are you guys lying?
Right.
And that got them by going through his messages because of their lie. It's like his fault. And I watch everybody report it as if like.
So they want, Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, and more, and St. Louis. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all our tickets for all our shows.